Hey everyone, welcome to Two Bees in a Pod, where two besties meet once a week and catch up on gossip and much needed girl time.
I'm Les, your single girl navigating dating, dreams, and doing the most.
And I'm Sadis, the mom of the two, balancing kids, sports, work, and big life lessons.
Every week, we're talking relationships, friendships, motherhood, single life, dating life, self-growth, and all the things we probably shouldn't say out loud.
But we absolutely have no filters, so we definitely will be crossing that line.
So grab your coffee, your wine, your blunt, or just hide in your car for a minute of peace and gossip. And let's get into some girl talk.
Okay, so we're going to start off with a little bit about ourselves. Since this is our first episode, we're going to talk about our friendship, how we started, how we got to where we're at now. So like I said, my name is Asadis, but I go by Sadis, I go by Z, Mom, Bessie, Amiguis. I go by literally so many names, it's not even funny. But my government name is not really one that I go by because one, growing up, I always hated my name, and two, I feel like it's too long. People don't understand it. People don't know. Like, I've been called so many different names that it's hilarious. But so mostly I go by Sadis or I go by Z. I'm a Gemini. I talk about being a Gemini and my Gemini tendencies all the time. So that's something that you guys will be hearing me refer to a lot, is being a Gemini. I am going to be 35 this year, which I keep joking around saying I'm about to be 40 because I cannot believe it. But I'm a mom of three. I can't even believe that I have a teenager, but I'm a boy mom, so I have a 14-year-old, 7 going on 8, and a 5 going on 6. Let's see, what else about me? I'm a wife. I've been with my significant other we were just talking about this morning. It's going to be 19 years this year. In a couple of months, it'll be 19 years. And that's a very long time. Like, I always mess around. I'm like, oh my gosh, we could have had an 18-year-old, like a full-on adult. But thank God we don't, because I can barely believe that I have a teenager. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it. How about you, Les?
My name is Leslie, but they call me Les. I feel like I have a lot of other nicknames, but I don't like them, so I'm not gonna say them. I'm single. If you have a fine cousin or a tío,
Because we're always trying to find her husband. I always joke around and say her husband is at work because we're manifesting that mofo. But no matter where we go, we're at a store, we're at a birthday party, we're at the bar, wherever we're at, I'm always joking around that we're finding her husband because he is coming.
He is coming soon. I'm manifesting that he's working. He's just making money so he could support me. I'm just kidding.
He can pay for your wedding.
Hey, he can pay for my ring. The ring that he's gonna propose for after a week. I'm just kidding. Fuck that. I don't have kids, but I do have dogs. I have 2 dogs, Bella and Wolf. And that's about it. I don't know what else. I'm not married. I don't have children. I don't know. That's anything else interesting about me? I go to the gym.
So you're a gym
Oh,
junkie.
I am a gym junkie. I love going to the gym. So if I could find a man that loves to go to the gym so we could work out together, that would be great. If not, it's okay. He could be the one getting fat and I'll just be the one working out. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. What else? Oh, first impressions. What was your first impression about me?
The first time that I seen you, I thought you were a bitch. Like, you just had like a resting bitch face, but that's always been a thing. Even now, you always have. But because I know you, I know that you're not. But like when we're walking, that's why everybody's like, she's like your bodyguard. Like the girls at work, they're like, she's your bodyguard. She looks like your bodyguard because
Dude,
you just.
I didn't even notice that when they said that, but I do look like a bitch. I feel like that's why I look very unapproachable at the gym.
Honestly, it's because my friend said that because she said that when we went to mariachi night last or like the first time, she said that you were just standing behind me, like just watching, and I was like, yeah, she's always like that. But I'm like, that's the reason why my husband don't give a fuck where I'm going or who I'm with, because he knows that when I'm with Leslie, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. So
hell no. I look like I act, but I'm really nice though. If just don't fuck with me.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when I first met you, I was just like, why is this bitch just fucking dogging me? Like just looking at me with like a mad face, and I was like, what the hell? Like I don't even know her. But then later on, did she tell me why she was fucking looking at me that way?
Dude, I honestly was hating on you when I fucking saw you for the first time. I was like, this bitch got the one that I wanted for Christmas. And you just had what I wanted, so I was mad.
So a little backstory to that is for Christmas. I don't even remember like what month we moved in. So a little backstory is we have known each other since I was 8. So it's gonna be about 27 years that we've met. We grew up in a cul-de-sac, so it was just let's see, 18 families. I think it was like 18 families. And so everybody kind of just grew up together. Everybody hung out together. But she lived literally right next door to me. And for Christmas, I had gotten a scooter, but it was a neon pink scooter with lights on the wheels. And it had like, I don't know, it had like paint thrown all over it. And she got a basic bitch fucking silver razor scooter.
It was fucking Santa.
She was so mad. And so that's why she was hating on me, because of the scooter that I had. Later on, like, I think, like, for months, she just didn't really talk to me or nothing. And I was like, dude, what did I do to her? Like, we just moved in. We don't even know each other. And later on, I found out it was because of the damn scooter. And I didn't even know this bitch, and she was already hating me because of the damn scooter. But yeah, so that was about 27 years ago, and I've known her since then. Again, like any friendship, any relationship, we've had our ups and downs. There's been times that she gets mad at me or I get mad at her. We've gone months without talking to each other. Most of the time it was my fault, because she always hated the guys that I dated. And so it was her always trying to be a bigger sister, step in and try to like be upset because of my boyfriends. And I was like, bitch, shut the fuck up, leave me alone. And so she'd get mad. Like there was times that she'd like try to square up, like at the actual high school, like talk shit to me, follow me. I'm like, whatever, you'll get over it. And then like months later she'd get over it. But that was our love and hate friendship growing up. One time I remember, so her mom is also my Nina, and so for Christmas, like I think we hadn't talked in like 6 months or something. Like she was mad at me for something, and her mom still bought me a gift because she was my Nina. And this bitch fucking gives me the gift through the fence, not talking to me. She gives me the gift, and I see all over the wrapping paper it says ho ho ho, and then on the sticker where it said the to and from, she put to the to the block's biggest hoe. And then she just put from your Nina. I was like, this bitch, obviously I know you did this shit on purpose.
And I was like, that's why I went to go give it to you, because my mom was going to see how I fucking wrapped the gift. So that's why I went to go give you the gift. And I was like, I hope she fucking sees that indirecta. That was very directa.
Well, I got it, bitch. As soon as you pass it over through the fence, I was like, this fucking bitch. She did this shit on fucking purpose. I knew it. And then, like, I think we just didn't talk for like another 2 weeks and then we got over it. But that was mostly our friendship growing up. It was me being mad because she had a new friend, or her being mad because she doesn't like one of my new friends or my new boyfriends. What else? Or
dude, no. You hated my friends, and I honestly didn't have anything with your friends until they started talking shit about me. And that was in high school. We you know who the fuck I'm talking about. But
I think it was just a jealousy thing. Like, they didn't like that I was friends with you, and then you didn't like that I was friends with them. I think it was just like a big old mix up.
No, but I didn't care because you had your own friend group like in high school, because we didn't like we weren't until we were at home, like we would hang out. But like this girl, I think she low-key hated me because I had you next door.
But you know what? Honestly, like, I never even thought about it until right now that you're saying that. Like, I know that we've been friends for a long time, but like now thinking back to it, when we were in high school, we really didn't hang out. But again, that's just me realizing that now that we're talking about it.
Same.
Because like sometimes like your mom would take me to school, or we would walk together to school. But then once we went into high school, it was like you went to the left and I went to the right. And then I wouldn't talk to you again until it was time to go home. And either we were walking together or your mom was picking us up. But like even lunch, like I think it was just rare for us to hang out. Like I think like maybe we didn't have nobody else, or we were busy or doing something. But I don't think I ever thought about it that way.
Dude, I didn't either. I didn't notice it until right now, because I remember like I would see you like at the library or certain areas, and like we would talk and we would say hi, but then we would like separate.
But it's so weird because we were always together. Like we were literally always together. But again, I'm now seeing that it's just after. Like it was like after our friendship, you know, because like once we got home, we were nonstop together. Then on the weekends, we were nonstop together. It was literally just at school that we just hung out. And then I never just had like a one type of friend group. Like I hung out with emo kids, cholo kids. I hung out with nerds. Like I literally hung out with a bunch of different people.
Mexican crew.
Okay, that was like a one-time thing. Okay?
No.
That was just because I was dating
one of the guys. I remember the morenito short guy. I remember his name, but I don't want to say it. His name was Alex. Remember?
Oh yeah. Okay, well I still talk to Alex.
He's
here
cool
and
as
there.
fuck. He was cool as fuck. I remember him because he didn't even know me. He was like, "Oh, what's up, Leslie?" I was like, "What the fuck? How the fuck does this guy know me?" But
well, I still see him because I still work around him. So, but he was like one of my guy friends. But he was literally just like those friends that you meet in class, and then from there, like you guys just become friends. And I remember he used to take us out for lunch. Like he'd give us rides. But like I said, I think I just hung out with a lot of different types of people. Like it was just, I never just hung out with one group of people.
Dude, I feel like in high school we had like different eras where like we would talk to different people. Because I remember we used to always hang out with J and C. And then we would hang out with, you would hang out with those people. And like we just hang out with different people all the time, I feel. But we would never really hang out with each other. That's so
That's
weird.
what I'm saying. Like I remember like there was times that it was okay. Like anytime that I would go to the fair, I would go to the fair like 3 different days, because one day I would go with you, like you and your sister, and then like another day I would go with like whatever group of people I was hanging out that time. So I never just hung out with one set of people or one crew. And I think like with your friends, it was more like, I don't know. Like
Dude, I don't even remember who I would hang out with. Like, like I would remember like in high school, but like when I was at the fair, I thought I would only go with you.
Yeah, because your mom only let you go with me.
Because remember, my parents were strict as fuck.
So she had super strict parents growing up. I mean, we both had strict parents growing up, but there was a difference. Like, my parents were strict to a sense that, okay, by 9 o'clock, you have to be indoors. You can't date nobody. You can't leave the corner. You can't go past the mailbox. You can't hang out with people at their houses. So our parents were strict, but a different level of
And
strict.
you broke all those fucking rules.
Oh, definitely.
Every single fucking time.
Definitely. I was definitely a rule breaker. We're definitely going to go over that a lot, I think, with these podcasts
because I was a good girl and she was the one that was not good. She was a fucking, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do. But in her parents' world, she was the perfect daughter.
Bitch, I am the perfect daughter, okay? Okay, so it's just that there's just a lot. There was just a lot that I was able to get away with. But so like I was like the type that I don't give a fuck. Like I'm gonna break the rules and then I will deal with the consequences later. Leslie was the type of I don't give a fuck about the rules. I'm just gonna let them get mad at me now and then deal with the consequences now. So like growing up, she wasn't able to like leave her fence, leave her yard. So like but I could. So like I would hang out with like all the guys and the girls from the block outside on the street. We would play, but Leslie and her sister had to be inside the fence just watching us, or like we'd talk with them, but her parents would not allow that.
Now that I think about it, it's like we were fucking dogs, bro.
Bitch, yes.
Like you can't pass the fence. You can't. Might as well fucking put shock collars on us. Fucking.
Yeah, her dad was crucial. And then, so the type of friendship that we had was, I wanted to be out all the time, but she had rules, and her being Les, that was the type of person back then that was like, I don't give a fuck what they say, I'm not gonna do shit. They want they want the dishes clean, they can clean them themselves. So a lot of the times I would clean my house so that I can go out, and then I would go to Leslie's and I'd be like, I would have to ask her mom like, hey, can Leslie come out? And she'd be like, oh, she can, but she knows that she has to do her chores first. She needs to wash the dishes. She has to sweep her mop. She has to do this. So when her mom wasn't looking, she would be in her room or she would be out somewhere. I would fucking go to Leslie's house all early. I would do all of her chores while this bitch is sitting on her phone or sitting down fucking watching TV. And I'd be fucking cleaning her house like fucking Cinderella just so she could come out.
Dude, I don't know. I had some fucking balls. Because I don't know how I just didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't give a fuck. I don't know.
You really didn't. Like, you did when it meant, like, talking back. So, like, you were the type with your parents that you just didn't give a fuck. Like, you'd cuss, you'd yell back, you'd be like, I don't give a fuck what you say. But you still wouldn't, like... You wouldn't leave the yard. You know what I mean? Like, you still stayed indoors. You would talk a lot of shit, but you just wouldn't go through with it. Me, I was silent. I wouldn't say nothing, but then I knew how to get around.
Because you were smarter.
Yeah.
No, there was
being smarter.
There was one time where I did speak up, and it was when my dad was home, and my mom, I think she was at work, and that's when I was like, you know what, fuck you. I literally told him that. I was like, fuck you.
I remember. It was a time that I think it was a time that we got like on top of your dad's van, or we got on top of something.
Oh, because he used to park his truck that he used to drive, right there in front of the house, and we would sit on the back when it was empty, and we would just chill there. That's when I started rebelling, in my rebellion era.
So he was strict, but I remember this one time around the time where we would sit in the back of the truck. I remember he wouldn't allow you girls to talk to any of the guys. So, like, not only could you guys not leave the fence, but you guys also couldn't talk to the guys. But me and Marely were always with the guys. Like, we would always talk with them. We'd be playing in the middle of the street. But you guys couldn't do that. And I remember one time your dad came out and he told you guys off. Like, and you were like, I don't care. I'm going to talk to them. Like, we're just being friends. Like, we're playing around. And then I remember he told you, like, if you're not in the house by 10 o'clock, I'm going to lock the door. And I remember he locked you guys out. I don't even know how you guys got in. Like, I remember I left, like, I ended up leaving, like, at 12, like 12:30, because I went home. I had to be home by 9, and then once my parents went to sleep, I snuck out. So then I went back to your guys, and we were all, like, it was all the guys and us hanging outside. And you were, like, talking shit, and you were banging on the door and telling him to open it. And he was telling you, I'm not going to open it because I told you to be in by 10. So you were like, I don't care. So we all sat there, but I went home, like, almost at 1 o'clock. I don't know how you guys got in. Like, if your mom, I remember your mom used to, like, get out of work late, like, in the madrugada. I don't know if that's when you guys went home, because I remember telling you, he's like, dude, just come home with me. You're like, no, fuck that. He's going to fucking hear it from my mom. And I was like, okay.
I don't remember when we got inside. I think he opened it eventually because I think I told him that I was gonna tell my mom, and then he got scared. Fuck that! I fucking used reverse psychology on his ass, because I remember he opened it like right after everybody left,
and that was late. I remember it was late.
I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, we're not even doing anything. We're just talking, bro.
It was just your dad, dude. He was just always, I was always scared of your dad. Like, your dad is my Nino, but I was always scared of him.
Ooh, he's your Nino?
Yes. Oh, they both did my first communion and my confirmation, girl.
I didn't know it was both of them. I thought it was just my mom.
No, it's both of them. Because for my quinceañera, remember, it was him and your mom.
Dude, I don't even remember that.
Dude, my quinceañera was a blast. I will never forget that.
So, I think the question is, or do we have a question for our listeners? Do they have a best friend? Were their parents fucking strict at some point, or was it just my dad that he was in the Mexican military?
Yeah, I think it's because your dad was in the Mexican military, dude.
He was fucking Hitler. I'm just kidding. He was bad.
No, like my parents, that's what I'm saying. Like, my parents were strict to a certain point. Like, they understood. They were just they were a little bit more lenient than your parents were.
I think it was just my dad, and I think my mom would just go along with it.
Well, yeah, because as a parent, or as a wife, you're gonna follow what your husband's saying.
I'd be like, you know what? Fuck your dad. I'm just kidding. This is why I don't have kids and why I don't have a husband.
Oh, you're funny. Okay, so one of the things that I'll be talking about throughout these episodes will be about parenting, being a sports mom, because this is going to be something that is going to be taking over like the next 4 months of my life. So I will most likely have a lot of stories about being a sports mom, because I volunteered to be a team mom again for the second year with a lot more responsibility. So I'm definitely going to be talking about that. Being a wife, a little bit about my work life, stories about us growing up, crazy life adventures, and things that we've been through in the last, 30 years of our life that we can remember. Memories, and giving you guys the best girl advice. Believe it or not, I am usually one of the people that responds to a majority of Leslie's heartbreaking text messages. Let's see. We're gonna wait because I'm pretty sure this helicopter is gonna be super loud. Okay, so where I left off. So one of the things that I want to incorporate on my side is kind of giving girl advice. I feel like I give pretty much a lot of people advice, not just my best friend sitting across from me, but a lot of other people. I give everybody pretty much some advice. So that's going to be one of my things here, is giving either girl advice, mom advice, wife advice, whatever type of advice I can give. Also, I am one of the people that whenever Les needs a answer or a message or an email, she'll tell me, this is what I need, please help me out. And I'm usually the one that will be typing up her message, and she'll just have to copy, paste, and send.
She's my chat GPT.
She's a real life chat GBT.
I'll be talking about dating life, which I've dated. How long has it been? Like 2 years so far. I used to be engaged before, but we don't have to talk about that yet.
Cover all that later.
Yeah, if you guys want to know the story, you better watch this video and comment down below that you want to hear the story of why I ended my engagement. I ended my engagement, bitch.
Say it louder for the people in the back.
Gym life, because I go to the gym Monday through Friday, not on the weekends because the bitch likes to eat pizza on the weekends. And work life, since that's what I'm fucking doing 24/7.
And you have to talk about all your doggy adventures because even though she does not have kids, her dogs literally are her kids. Like the amount of adventures she has on a daily/weekly adventures, like it is wild. So I know that there is a lot of dog parents that will probably relate with her on some of the stuff that she goes through with that.
Dude, I like coming down to getting their shots and one of my dogs being allergic to the fucking rabies shot and she blew up on her fucking face. Yeah, that's the type of shit I go through on a daily basis, bro. So yeah, that's probably what I'll be talking about. Mostly dating life because I feel like my dating life is very I don't even know the word.
I'd say adventurous slash
Crazy?
slash some of the stories you guys that she tells me are like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, is this real life right now? And this is why I say, if I hope I'm never single because I could never date in the life of this, like this day and age. I could not. Like, I have heard so many stories from so many girlfriends, and I'm like, dude, how do you guys put up with this? And then Leslie, when she brings all these stories to me, I'm just like, girl, like where are the cameras? Who's gonna be like, hey, I'm punking you? Like, what the fuck? Because I do not understand. Like, we had a situation this past Friday, so we went out to a bar, had a girls' Galentine's with some people, and it was like a wild, crazy, I don't even know what to call it, like a situation, like over a guy she just met. And maybe next week we can talk about it, but it was a crazy night. So all these stories that I hear constantly from her dating life is one of the things that we want to talk about, because you guys need to watch out. Like, all you single girls, you gotta watch out, because these men
Ain't shit.
hey, bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening. And make sure you follow us on Instagram because we'll be posting our episodes on there as well. Bye, guys.